Hello, my name is Joe Bryant, and I have 4 top bar hives. Last year, I filled this one with bees and the 4th one down there with bees, which you can see the bees coming in and out. For some reason, this one died. I have no idea. I think maybe they might have swarmed and the new queen did not make it back. And they died off because that hive down there robbed them completely. What I want to show you today is what I have found to be the best feeder that I have ever worked with. And I'll show you how I made it work. I bought 4 of these from Brushy Mountain. They were $15 each. Let me get this one out. I want to preface all of this with telling you that if you decide to go with this, when you order this, it comes with 2 of these white ends. Be sure to tell them not to connect the white ends in, because they're impossible to get out unless you cut off the tabs to about a ½ inch. Well, dang, I didn't bring, okay, here it is. Notice right here, these tabs normally come all the way down here, and they're such that once they're in, they stay in, and if you try to take them out, you'll tear them up. So tell them, by all means, do not put them in when they send them. And then when you get them, cut them just slightly less than a ½ inch, and they're easy to put in and take out when you want to. However, you only want to use one of them, not both. The reason for that is I have taken here to close off this tunnel that goes normally on a regular hive. They can travel around here, but you want them to stop and not be able to travel in that tunnel. Only use this right here during the summer. During the winter, if you want to give them sugar, make sugar available to them, whole sugar, white sugar, or pollen, they can come up through here and get down into here, but you don't want them to come up through there and get in there and drown. They can feed from inside this. They can go down there and get what they want. Something you have to make is this. This is the same length and the same width, 1 3/8 inch, as what your top bar hives for the brood chamber is. You'll notice my brood chamber comes down to here. I use 16 to 18 of the ones my wife stained and put a white dot over here so that I'll be sure to always get them in the right direction. And these are the honey top bar hives, top bars. Those will be honey for me. But these are for the brood chamber. And I have the follow board here because I'm going to be installing 3 more hives. Last year I had planned to only have bees in this one and bees in that one, and then when they swarmed I would put them in there. I just ordered 3 this time. Well, anyway, this is 1 3/8 inch, so I have 2 ½ inch strips here and one a little bit more than 3/8, maybe. Actually, I really ought to measure that. I don't think I ever did. That is 3/8 of an inch. The other one is shoot, 3/8 of an inch, and that is a little bit more than 3/8 of an inch. Okay, whatever. Just so the bees can get up through the center, and this is 1 3/8 of an inch total. So anyway, I put that down in here. They come up from there. I put this on, and they come up into this, and the honey is on the slope here when it's inside. And whatever you do, now what I used was the caulk glue, construction glue that comes in a yellow tube from Tractor Supply. Close off both these tunnels where they cannot get in there, where they can only use, if I wanted them to go for sugar in the winter time, I would turn it like this and they'd just come up and come out and go into this, but you don't want them to do that. And I will leave this on and fill it with sugar water for all of April. I'll be feeding them this spring all summer. Now, the other part is this. I made another one here so that you can see how to make this, and you want it level, flat on top and flat on the bottom. You don't want to give any kind of bee access whatsoever. You buy a board at Home Depot. It's called a 4-inch by 6-foot board, but it turns out to be 6 feet. But this is really only 3.5 inches, not 4 inches. So anyway, the long way is 18 inches. Cut 2 of those 18 inches long. For the end, it's 16 1/4 inch from side to side. And of course, they're 3/4 inch thick. And just screw those in and be sure that these are flat and level on all corners, and you'll have a good working those are their regular covers. Okay, now I want to show you some things that I've done here with my hive that you might find interesting. I'm going to take these out so you can see what I have on the front here. Notice here that I took my circular saw and cut into this 2 times to make a thickness. A little, probably, it's a little bit more than 3/8 inch. But anyway, that is where the bees come in. Over here, right here, I have 2 3/8 inch pieces. The one on back here is shorter, and the bees go in here and up there to about right here. No, just about right here. This is, the back piece there is a little bit shorter, and they go up between this and the front board here. They go up through there and into here, and that keeps the hive well ventilated and all the humidity out during the winter. You can see that I have a window here that I can look into. Notice here I put a 3/8 inch board all the way across, so that gives them a bee space before they start building on there. So that's 3/8 inch. These are 2 3/8 inches, and they go up in that entrance. I also have here, which I have loosened, but I have one of these on each end, and I can tighten it in. But when I put the bees in, I'm going to release the queen immediately, but I'm going to keep her in her cage until I get her on this and put the cage on there open, because they will have already accepted her, and I'll slide that back in there and she can come out, and I'll close it up with that, and then a few hours later I'll take the cage out. So that is the way I will be feeding them. It's a $15 plastic feeder from Brushy Mountain. Be sure to close up the ends and tell them not to put on the two white ends. Down here is the hive that I have. I haven't painted these yet. I just put these in for landing boards, but you can see this hive is really going to town. They're bringing in a lot of pollen now, so they're doing quite well. I'm almost sure that the young princess that went out and came back didn't come back, or got lost, or something happened to her on the way on that other one, and that's what happened to that hive. But you can see in here that they are really well supplied. Their honey comes all the way up to here, and they're still back there. And she has a lot of brood in there. She's been laying since February. Okay, like I said, I cannot recommend these feeders enough. I've tried a lot of feeders. This is the easiest one to work with, and it's 15 bucks. You can't beat it. Hope that helped you. Bye.